saluto a tutti.
Ciao Juventini, what's going on? It is game day, Juve Bologna. We went through the match day live. I gotta apologize for some of the lag issues on the stream there this morning. Okay, I've spent the time since, couple hours getting things worked out. Hope it's all good now. We are getting ready, fired up for this game to start. The starting lineups are in. We got our predictions all set in the match day live, getting ready for the preview. Everybody across the board was calling victories for Juventus, all right? I did not see not even a single draw being called out there, so all of us highly optimistic for this one. I'm just checking my feeds, making sure we're dialed in here for that. Okay, now we're going to get to the starting lineup. Let's fire it up. Is exactly as expected what we went through on the game day live, and essentially the only move that comes in is Fagioli comes in, okay? So Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot make your three-man midfield. Perin starting things off. Danilo, Bremer, Sandro, the three Brazilians as your center backs. Of course, Chiesa, Vlahovic up top. All right, Bologna, again, not kicking their campaign off the way they would have wanted to against Milan, but they actually look good. And I don't think this is going to be as straightforward, even though we're calling for some pretty impressive score lines, 2-0, 3-0, and whatnot. Still expect it to be a good game. I think Juve probably kills this one off a little bit later, but here we go. We got the predictions coming in immediately. Ron Rossitano dropping the 2-0, so a lot of clean sheets out there called. We're going to recap those predictions from the show. Joey Cappuccino is the only one out of the three-man panel this morning not calling the clean sheet, going with a 2-1 victory. Lucci going 2-0, and myself, I can't keep it the same as Lucci, can I? Nah, can't do it. So I had to switch it up and get it 3-0 because I think one of our substitutes bags a goal that ultimately seals it completely for us, all right? Alex, thanks for the heads up. All right, glad it's all looking good. Glad we're getting ready to get fired up here, okay? Yeah, I'm just jacked up. It's a shame, being in one competition. I think it's going to be good for us long run, but man, every time Juve plays, no matter what's going on, no matter our opinions, everything, I just get so jacked up and love watching the team play. So I'm pumped for this one, and hopefully we get a strong showing. I look for them to continue on with things. Now, Andrew Juve saying, are the Mourinho rumors true? What he said about the schedule and blaming Juve? This is actually news to me. So I'm actually unaware. If you guys can enlighten me in the chat here as to what exactly Mourinho said, I'm going to try and dig it up here because I'm not privy to anything coming from Mourinho. And to be honest, I mean, I'm not surprised at anything, but I'm also, in this kind of phase where Mourinho has become ultimately this character that I just don't really care too much about in the long run. But let's check it out and see if I can track it here on the old Twitter, or X, as they say now. But the referee was a Juventino. You can clearly see it from his decisions today. I'm very angry because Serie put a Juventino fan to control the game. Jose Mourinho, after the match, to CBS Sports Golazzo. That was 19 hours ago. So, yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, again, doesn't surprise me. I'm not seeing anything other than that. So, ultimately, I don't really care. We talked about it on the live show today. And let the Chihuahuas keep yipping out there, okay? For us, it's all about us getting our business done and handled, all right? And next up for Juventus is Bologna. And we're all expecting a strong show. And there was some images coming out. We might be dealing with a rainy day in Turin. All right. So who knows? We'll see. See what goes down. Might be a wet one. I still like what we're doing. Again, to reiterate what Bologna is going to do, something I totally expected after what went down in Milan. Not to say it was bad with what happened in Milan, because they actually played good, but I don't think they want to get into that. And the reason I said they don't want to get into the same shape or setup is because if you think Mota was going to try to do something to level things out with countering us and Cambiaso and how strong that left side was with Sandro and Cambiaso, you would be mistaken. So now he's actually got two. He's leveled it out with two base midfielders. He's going to essentially play 4-2-3-1. We know that Ndoye, Orsolini are going to be coming back. He's also switching things up because Ndoye wasn't slated to start, but he is in there. Orsolini, they'll make up the outsides. Ferguson is going to be that center attacking mid. And then you're going to have Xerxes right up top. To be honest, we got to keep tabs on Orsolini and Ndoye. That's where they're going to try to get a lot of creation. But Ferguson is actually pretty solid too. So we'll have our hands full if we try to put too many numbers forward, and they can actually hit us on counters. And they do look good and strong offensively. This move with the two-man base is to level things off defensively and stabilize, okay? If we can continue to push them back, we'll be okay. We do have to watch out for counters. For Juventus, again, I think you're going to have to look outside of just Cambiaso on the left. I want to see it go a little bit more balanced, and let's try and get Weah and even Fagioli, that's going to be on that right side, more involved. I'd also expect Rabiot and Locatelli to kind of base out a bit like we were seeing at Udinese, okay? And work almost a two-man pivot, but Rabiot's still going to have that freedom, and Rabiot did a great job in the first match. We're looking at the feed. The feed's getting ready. Just putting up the graphics on the starting lineups now, right? Absolutely jacked up for this one. Nicky T coming in. I think we'll get 3-0 today. That was my prediction. We need to stick to the plan from the previous game, and we will be okay. There you go. Tony Trim. What better way to kick off month 2 than with a win in game 2 of the season? Let's go. Member for 1 month. Much appreciated. Okay, we thank you all for the support any way you choose to support us, whether it be through the merchandise, super chat, and our members. That's great. I want to extend to all the members again and remind you that it's no longer going to be 2 and 3 for the private chat. We're opening it up to everybody. We want you all in there in our private chat. Okay, so let's go. And after we get this victory, okay, let's get the victory. And after that, we are going to be giving a kit away on our socials, all right? That was partnered up with Premium Soccer in Quebec, all right? Great bunch there. It's Jeff with that. Hey, guys, got schoolwork due today, but I'll be watching the game on my phone. Let's kick some ass. 2-0. There you go. Let's go. Lot of positivity here. We're watching some of the warm-up shots here. Cambiaso, the crew rocking the white shorts with the yellow trim today, and it is raining. You can see it there in the training shots, so it's going to be a wet ground here. Pump for this one, guys. Expecting another strong showing, and let's keep these wins coming. After about a handful of matches, we'll get a good idea, a good feel for what these clubs are going to be about. We see Paul Pogba in the fold there. Max Allegri giving us some great news in the press conference that Wednesday went through intense training and there was 0 negative effects from it. So that's awesome to see. Will he get some minutes today? Well, Lucci wanted to put a little bit of a wager on there. Just a friendly bet. He says, what's the over-under on 10 minutes? And you got to take the over on that. I think he'll see more than 10 minutes. We're looking at Dusan Vlahovic taking some strikes there in training. Vlahovic and Chiesa. Again, Chiesa will be key for us. Let's get him in and around the area as much as possible, all right? Reminder to everybody, while you're with us here, please take a second, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, all right? Lester Williams calling in now, 3-0. Dusan Vlahovic with a brace. Beautiful, beautiful. Ron Rossitano predicting Del Piero gets a late goal. Assisted Deschamps. Holy. Ron, I think you're still feeling the effects of the bourbon last night, my friend, as we were talking about in the group chat there. Beautiful stuff. Ron was enjoying some sports highlights at the local watering hole. Tony Trim, Pogba in. Over 10 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful. Dan joining from England. Much love, my friend. 4-0 to Juventus. Love it. Absolutely love it. That bourbon will get you. Bourbon will get you. You never. That's the beauty about that HGC chat. You never know where it's gonna take you. Absolutely love mixing it up with you all. So let's get Juve getting a good, solid performance here, getting the game. You guys, I had a game, my own personal game after last week's game, and I was so jacked up. Went there, bagged myself a Hattie. Okay, we crushed the other guy 6-2. And hey, I just so happened to have another game tonight. So Juve, send me to my match in the right mood, okay? And I'm going to go after another Hattie. Be interesting. I got to keep... We don't want to hear too much audio from there. No, obviously it'll cause problems with YouTube, but I'm really going to hone in on... see if we can get this crowd to match up and give us some intensity. That's something that's been lacking for a while. Obviously, we have the Bandiera Bianconera initiative. Maurizio from around Turin, a part of that. I believe Golpo Gobo from YouTube is a part of that. There are some Instagram accounts taking part in that. Everyone that's there should be taking part in this, but a cool initiative to essentially design your own little flag, which is to the parameters they will allow. They were small, but still something better than nothing, and hopefully shines a light on what they need to do. Can smell a fagioli peach today. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm into it. I'm into it. Man, there's some beauty cards out there right now. That Del Piero SBC, Cover Star SBC, come on. And the Marquisio footies, oh my God. Beauty cards out there right now. Do you think Cambiasso will cook? I think he's going to be good, but I'm looking more to Juve to mix it up and get to that right side with Fagioli and Weah, because I think Motta's going to be honing in on Cambiasso, and why wouldn't you? So I'm going to say my eyes are open for Fagioli and Weah in this particular game. And of course, Chiesa. We are in talks about potentially in the second half of the season, somewhere around maybe February, maybe March. We'll have to see, okay? Could even be later, could even be April, but it's in talks right now. It's very difficult for me. We do have quite a few other family things going on, so I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work with all the other trips we have planned. I am trying my best. So I believe Omer, though, is going to be there later on in the first half of the season, so he'll be in Turin there. Giveaway will be after the match on our socials, okay? We'll be giving away at least one kit, and if a winner outside of Canada wins, we're doubling it up. So that means Canadian winners still will be chosen, all right? And then if you're abroad, you will still get your jersey. I have 10 to give away, okay? Man of my word, made a wager. I did not believe Max would be our coach this season, all right? Hey, I lost a bet. Man of my word, 10 kits will be given away this season. Pre-match, butterflies, I love it. I just love that feeling, the anticipation for the match, not knowing what's going to go down, how it's going to go. But this season, I am all for this revenge tour, everybody. I am all for it, okay? Have a feeling Vlahovic will get a penalty kick. I called one of our goals being from a set piece and a defender scoring, and then I called the third goal being from a sub. Or one of our goals being from a sub, but I called set piece, goal by defender, and a set piece goal. Dell's coming in. Yeah, we missed you this morning, brother. 3-0. Dusan Hattie. Whew. My Fanta Calcio would love that, Dells. Wifa Juventina. Wifa Juventina, my friend, and the daughters, okay? Also, my bulldog, Baggio Juventino. Let's go. Yeah, Dells, you missed Alex P. I shared the unfortunate scenario of someone getting very personal and insulting and condescending with the community just over opinions. Unfortunately, had to ban him. And Alex P. was calling your name, and you weren't in, and you just so happened to not be in the live. Oh man, Milik is going to be the one scoring as a sub. Okay, I'm thinking maybe Pog Boom. Maybe we get a Pog Boom. We'll see. Forza Juve, sempre, sempre. Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Alex P, we had a good laugh on the last watch along with the clock stopping at 60 minutes, resetting. I've got that dialed in, so we should have absolutely zero issues with the clock here today. We should be good to rock. Danilo, Orsolini, the captains representing both sides, taking the coin toss here. Get the handshakes going. Let's get to the business, everybody. Andrew, I'm with you. That atmosphere better be rocking. Let's go. Yes, you can become a member, but it has to be done through desktop, all right? So, yeah. Unfortunately, it won't let you do it from your mobile device. I'm not sure why, but the fact that you're thinking about it, I will thank you already for the support, my friend. Much appreciated. Drop a like while you're in here, everybody. All right, we're getting ready for kickoff here. Showing the Bologna fans, but let's get to the Juventini. Come on, I want to hear this place rocking. I want to feel it. Let's go. Alex P, it kind of is just one of those things we come to terms with. Former Juventus property. I mean, getting a goal. Would we be surprised? I wouldn't. But I'm actually going for the clean sheet. I believe we will keep a clean sheet. But I do expect a tough game here, and Bologna will play a good game. Like I said, that 2-0 against Milan didn't really tell the story. And the stats, show otherwise as well. And if you watched it, Bologna was a little hard done by there. We're getting ready for kickoff, though. Bologna is going to start off with possession. Fans are chanting. And we got kickoff. Let's rock and roll, everybody. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. We're underway. Bologna already pushed back to Shorobski, and they're going to be launching this one forward. Sandro keeping them pressed down. Chiesa was trying to return from offside position, so unable to do anything there. Rolls all the way to Skorupski. Skorupski now just holding it. Juve in their base setup here. He launches it. Flick on there. Unhandled, not handled properly from Locatelli, but errant pass from Bologna. It's going to be a throw-in for Juventus on the left flank. Sandro getting set to take. Call is all ready to go back to Bremer, which he does. All right. 50 seconds in here. Let's rock and roll, everybody. Let's get the job done. Apex in here. What's up, my friend? Weah now. Trying to flip this one ahead for Fagioli. Aaron. Danilo now stepping in here. Bologna trying to turn it quick on Juve. Bremer doing well, cleaning things up. Allows Juve to get back into position. Throw in from Bologna, quickly having it in, but they're pushed backwards from Juventus. Vlahovic applying pressure now. Leo Yanis on the side there. Going backwards for Lacami inside. Bologna coming through the center now, trying to hit that left flank. Weah cuts it off. Fagioli now in possession. Finding Rabiot. Pass came in hot. Trying to dig it out of his feet. Finding Sandro now. Over for Cambiaso. Slowed down. Back to Sandro. Switch it up. Over to Danilo's side. Trying to play off Vlahovic. Nice little one-touch pass, but Chiesa just a little too far off there. But again, just knocked out. Ferguson's going to have this one out. Juve throw. Look at the rain coming down as we look at the mister. Wow. Ciao, Aldo. Thanks for jumping in here. Arash, good to see you, my friend. Let's get the victory. Here's a first pop-on goal, and that always sailing high of Skorupski's goal. Man, the rain coming down like that. Just love that. And I love that as a player, too. Whenever you're playing and it's coming down like that, it's just awesome. And the slides are just epic. Good slide challenge in the rain. Bologna. Sets it back off. That ended up being called offside on Vlahovic. Skorupski on it now. Launching this one up. Little lax pressure there from Locatelli on those aerials. But they're essentially flicking it on to no one. And Bremer's back there to clean things up. Now Danilo on the right side. Ooh, just cuts in on Orsolini. Bremer on it. Locatelli drops back. He's going to scan. Calling for some directions. Danilo now. Side to Weah. Back to Danilo. Over to Locatelli, who's dropped all the way back. Spreading out the center backs. He's going to launch this one for Sandro. He just heads it back to Bremer. Now we find Chiesa centrally. He's running at the defense. Tries to slip one through for Vlahovic. Doesn't have there, but he puts pressure. And Lico Giannis had to deal with that as Skorupski was coming out a ways. So the pass gets deflected out, but Chiesa still putting pressure on there and causing some problems. Bologna sliding backwards a bit. Here's Rabiot on the ball. Switch it out for Danilo on the right side. He's going to try to put this one forward as Weah trying to slip in there behind the defense. Bologna can only have it out for a throw-in. We're at the 4-minute mark here. And now Juve starting to push back, starting to get a little more possession. Seeing if we can get something early. Let's go. Chiesa settles the throw-in. Back for Danilo. Inside for Locatelli. Outside to Weah. Quick one-touch passing. Chiesa can go in at the area, but a little hesitant there. Now he finds himself on the sideline, and the challenge comes in. It's going to be Juventus throw-in. A little bit of a hesitation there. I thought Chiesa was going to be all over that lane the second he turned there. It's almost like he didn't expect that space to be there. Skorupski cleaning up his own man. Lico Giannis there. So it's interesting Arash brings this up with Fagioli. Needs to get involved in the build-up more. I've said it on the live today. I want to see him get in those areas like Miretti and be that guy that turns it over. Because the one knock with Miretti is the decision-making in the crucial times. Fagioli won't have that problem. We just have to utilize him in that manner and be that transitional piece from defense to offense and get in these scenarios where he's running at defenders and then he could be the one distributing. He plays it a lot differently than Miretti, but I want to see Fagioli controlling like you're saying there. Hey, I agree with you, Jerry. Great to see you in here, by the way. All right, and I agree. I enjoyed the presser from Allegri. Forza Juve sempre, fino alla fine. Bologna. Trying to work something up our left flank. Cambiasso is back in coverage. Here comes a cross in, and Danilo reacts to it. Sandro now against Ferguson out on the side. Cambiasso does well to come in and help things. We can only clear it, but Chiesa and Vlahovic were still too far ahead of this one. It's going to go out. Bologna is going to remain possession on the throw-in. Oh, we got Weah down right now. Seems to be clutching his shoulder. Just a weird landing, maybe. Good little cross there from Posh. Looking for Xerxes there. It's not that he said anything important or new, but it's just everything he said was spot on. You know, we were getting a little bit too jacked up and enthusiastic for the first match. He just wants to keep things calm and level, continue to work, and look at improving every single game. And that was fine. I liked what he said about the youngsters, that we have to ride that wave of enthusiasm from the youngsters. It was just good. It was just a solid presser, you know, like no BS or anything. As far as the lineup goes, he just told you Tech was out, Perrin's going to start, but he said he had question marks about some other spots, and I figured it was going to be in the midfield because we were hearing that McKennie was going to start, and I just wasn't buying into it. But yeah, it was good. It's just a good, solid presser. Bonucci didn't get into it at all. Said, I have nothing to add. He knows where the club stands. It is what it is. Yeah, just solid, clean, no BS. Bologna in possession now. Juve in their shell. Vlahovic now going to apply a little bit of pressure. Gets a piece of it. Rabiot's on it now. Juve on the run. Cambiaso to Rabiot's left. Vlahovic inside. It's with Cambiaso now trying to hit somebody's feet at the top of the area. Vlahovic hauled down from behind there. Never going to really get that call. And now Bologna can try and make a run. Orsolini streaking down the left side. Ndoye can't see him. And now we close him down with Fagioli doing well there. Cambiaso comes in to help. Cross in though. Going back post. Weah heads it clear. Orsolini's going to try and settle this at the top of the area. He does. Here comes a hit. Perin watches it wide. Good recovery there as they were coming back at Juventus on the counter there. I said it this morning on the Matchday Live. Bologna would be looking to counter us and counter us fast. And Ndoye luckily didn't see Orsolini streaking down that left side. Fagioli came in to clean things up nicely. Chiesa got cleaned up on the back there, trying to settle one there. Cambiaso had a low cross there. We were on a fast break. Didn't work out for us, but keep it going. Keep it pushing. Still early on. We did see McKennie warming up with the concern for Weah there. Here's a long ball attempt. Cleared out for Bologna. Kenny warming up, but for now, all remains the same. I will say this. I prefer him there than in the midfield. I'm absolutely fine with McKennie covering there out on the right. However, Cambiaso is ambidextrous, so if something happens to Weah in this game, maybe the play is Cambiaso over to the right and Kostic coming in. Uzilling Jr. as a sub later on. Locatelli cleans this one up, has a deep, but offside position for Chiesa. This is going to be called back. A little too long getting back in there, and Locatelli cleaned that up and swept the ball forward. 10 minutes in, everybody. 10 minutes in. Still the feeling out phase, okay? It's okay. We're still in the first date, everybody. Still in the first date. 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes 18. First date range, we call it. Perin. The heck? Max tell him to get the prison buzz cut too? By the way, absolutely hilarious. Max and the hair and the... Man, I still laugh about that with Yildiz. Juve working the ball around the back here. Locatelli drops back. He's just... Oh, pass from Danilo. A little too soft there. Xerxes on it, but Fagioli comes in, cleans it up. Danilo raises his hand in apologies for his team. Locatelli finding Vlahovic. Vlahovic trying to switch things up too. Sandro just couldn't get it over there. Hard challenge in there from Adrian Rabiot. He's going to get yellow card for that one on Ndoye. Cleans it up though, and you kind of have to there. He's trying to turn things around on us. Apex, yeah, we need to sharpen up right now. Pitch is pretty wet. It's coming down pretty hard. That can have an effect here. But right now, the passing, it seems we're not... Off the ball movement is the one thing I noticed, which was big for the game against Udinese. And right now, we're struggling to find those. We're struggling to find those link-ups and break the lines. And I think they're just not getting there quick enough for our players that are on the ball. By the time we're sending them in there, it's kind of gone. Here's a cross in for Bologna going back post. Headed across goal, but out. It's going to be a corner. So saying Juve's got the last touch on it. 12 minutes in. Rabiot's on a yellow. Juve's got to contest this corner kick. I do, but when I speak Italian, it's considered like old school, but I do speak it fluently. And it's not a combination of English and Italian. It is Italian. It's just considered old school. It's a throwback for them. When I go to Italy and speak the Italian I learned, they're like, man, we don't hear anybody speak like that anymore. But they do enjoy it. It says it takes them back to their childhood, depending on the region of Italy they're from. By the way, it's been a crazy week. It's been wild. Obviously, we get so distracted. I've been distracted because we've been trying to dial in this new software that we're using for the shows and everything. And in the midst, forgot to just say, oh, here we go. Fagioli trying to slide that one ahead for Chiesa. Just couldn't find the ball there. Bologna trying to come out of the midfield, finding Orsolini. He's isolated with Danilo here, but Bremer comes back to help. Slots it over. Now Likoyanis having a cross back there. Always going to go out. As I was saying, you get distracted with the nonsense of this software issue and stuff like that. We lost an absolute legend, Toto Cotugno, okay, an Italian musician, singer, artist that literally, through my father, who introduced me to Juventus. Also, that happened to be the first Italian artist I was introduced to. I still enjoy his music to this very day. So, thoughts and prayers with the family. Rest in peace to Toto Cotugno. We lost Bray Wyatt. For any WWE fans out there, this guy was so talented. An incredible, incredible talent. That was sad. Terry Funk. We lost Bob Barker. Rough week for the legends, okay? But rest in peace and thoughts and prayers of the families of all of those, okay? And incredibly sad. All the stories incredibly sad. Toto Cotugno been battling for like months, okay? And Bray Wyatt, 36, wife, 2 kids, just way too early. So sad. So again, rest in peace to all of them. And Bob Barker's probably responsible for, when you were sick as a kid, yeah, Price is Right. Bobby Barker. And his scene in Happy Gilmore, epic. Corner kick for Juventus. We got Cambiaso and Fagioli on it. Let's go. Let's get one here. Cambiaso, short one to Fagioli. Crossed in. Oh, man. Looked like it just pegged Bremer in the torso. And then Bologna able to clear. Weah kept back, obviously, with his wheels. He's always going to be the cleanup guy on corners. Has it over now. Danilo telling everybody to remain calm. Get back to their positions. Weah does not slide out wide. Slides out centrally. Now shifting over to the left. So we have a switch. Weah has moved to the left. Cambiaso has moved to the right. Rest in peace, Toto. Yes. Ex-catering teacher comes from Sicily. My grandmother came from Sicily, but the majority of my family did not. But she did come from Sicily. Hey, thanks, Mark, for the shout there. Let's get the likes up, everybody. Let's go. And if you're new here, of course, subscribe. Yeah, Beppe did make the call. He said he would start with Cambiaso on the right and have Kostic on the left. I think that also might have been anticipating Orsolini on the right and using Kostic's motor and the defensive work, but Orsolini's actually been on the left side. And the thing with Ndoye and Orsolini is they can change that as they please. Thiago Motta can change that as he pleases. It was great to see Beppe in there too to also clear up everything. I see these comments in our videos all the time, and it's like, you guys need to collab, but people think there's a beef there or whatever. It hasn't been. I mean, it took an awful scenario, but to put the two of us back in communication or whatnot, like Beppe had some hard feelings for me or whatnot over misunderstanding, but it's all good. I'm trying to get something set up, and I told him, hey, he's whenever he can, whenever he wants to, he's welcome, whatever. And it's all good. everybody. People play it up, and I see the comments, and I try to shut them down in the update videos, whatnot. There's nothing there. There's no beef. You guys want to see, there's a lot that have reached out, wanting to see a collab. We'll see if we can make it happen. Little bit of a cagey game here. 18 minutes, all right. 18 minutes. And yes, you know, we gotta stay united. There's too many chihuahuas out there. The Juve community needs some that are at the forefront there to, yeah, not be battling. We don't got time to battle each other when it's amici di nessuno and we're battling everybody. Fagioli does, no, just can't keep it in. Trying to walk a tightrope there on the right sideline and then cut it inside, but just sees the ball out. It's going to be Bologna throwing. Lico Giannis set to take it for Bologna. I'm with you. It's time to step it up now. We're at the 18th minute. Let's go. Unity, absolutely. That also makes me think of the Chappelle skit. If you guys ever watch the Dave Chappelle show. Unity. Every time I hear that, it makes me laugh. And that's it too. Like I was saying, it's really coming down out there. That always has an impact on games. Got a foul there on Cambiaso. Going in hard there on Ndoye. That's going to be a set piece here coming up for Bologna. Yeah, that rain is coming down hard. So Orsolini looks like he's going to have an in-swinger on this one. Sending it in. Xerxes trying to get set up. He's between Sandro and Bremer. Here comes a cross in. Oh, it's low and we get the clearance wrong. But Danilo doing everything he can. Cleaned it up. Trying to earn a foul too. Man, this cameraman needs to pan out right now, and the announcers need to discuss what the hell's going on. All I see is close-ups. Okay. We got a call there. Perin, Danilo seem like they have no idea who's going to take this thing. We've got in other action right now, obviously there's Fiorentina and Lecce. Fiorentina is 1-0 up there. Intercepted from Sandro. 1-2 with Vlahovic. Cambiaso now on the left side as he's returned there. Weah now has to track this one down on the right side. They had switched for a little bit, but now returned to their starting roles. Danilo trying to pop this one over the top. It's just sloppy. Just really sloppy. The passing just hasn't been crisp. The readings haven't been there. And the biggest thing I noticed from Udinese to this one right now is our off-the-ball movement is lacking tremendously. So just got to sharpen it up, clean it up, pick it up. Cambiaso on it now. Plays it inside to nobody. Vlahovic had completely taken off, and Cambiaso didn't even realize. Really, really sloppy here. And we're also not pushing up those wingbacks, neither one of them, Cambiaso or Weah, the way we were against Udinese and having success with it. So we were finding a lot of success through doing that, and we haven't even attempted it yet so far. Ndoye going back. Again, Bologna just working back. Now here comes the pressure. Vlahovic is going to pressure Skorupski to pound this one down the pitch. Danilo's going to clean it. He's going to head it forward. Weah's got a 50-50 there. He's got to contest with it. Here's headed beyond. Ferguson applying pressure. Bremer gets to it. Played over to the side. He's going to have a rip. Big stop from Perin there. You got to play that on. They were looking for a high boot foul on Bremer. Nothing doing there. Locatelli now. Up to the side. Here's Chiesa. He's got like no options here. And like I said, nobody really moving here. Fagioli, pick this thing up. Let's go. Bremer to Fagioli. Back to Bremer. Let's go. We need guys moving around. We need guys on the ball. Here's Locatelli trying to play it into Vlahovic. He's trying to switch field. He does. We just can't keep it because it bounces. And it's over the head and out for a throw-in. That's great from Bremer there. Ferguson trying to sell it. No contact there on the dome. Does step up after it's passed over to Ndoye. Ndoye gets a hit, and luckily Pedin makes a big stop there. Bologna, like I said, it's not going to be an easy one. They're going to play. I think ultimately Juve gets a lead and then slowly kills this one off. But it's going to be not just a destruction here. They can play here, slip through. And there it is. Ferguson scores 1-0 for Bologna. Slip through. Little bit of a lapse in marking there. And Bologna takes the 1-0 lead. "23 minutes, 40 seconds, and we got them in the lead." Not ideal. We also have a player down. Bremer is down. So he went in on a challenge with Sandro. The two of them collided, and that gave the space for Ferguson. As soon as that ball popped up, Sandro abandons Ferguson, goes in on that challenge, and Ferguson is the one that ends up slotting home. Man, you've got to stick on your man. I don't think Bremer needed the help there. And even on the back post, if you see Sandro come in there, you've got to sprint in there hard. So, nonetheless, they found the space. They slotted. It's 1-0. Now, we're going to get into this, okay? So, this was one of the things going back to last season where Juve struggled. And that is when they fell behind. And when they fell behind by a goal or whatnot. So, now we need to get it right. We need to make it right. And we need to come back and answer. Been a sloppy start to this game. Now we're looking at the possibility of Rugani coming in for Bremer. Double whammy here. Goal allowed and Bremer coming off. Rugani has been solid when called upon these past couple of years. Let's see what we can do. Motta's absolutely jacked up on the sideline, giving some more direction to Orsolini. Bremer was on the sideline for a split second. Play has restarted, and he has re-entered the mix. Locatelli over to Danilo here. Sandro going back to Pedin. We're being pushed back. We're doing... So something that's a little different that we're not doing against Udinese too is we were forming a back four, essentially. And that's what was getting Cambiaso advanced. It was almost like we had three forwards, but... One of the big things is we're not having that option out of the middle. Miretti was actually doing great work in that game. And right now, we're not getting that pick up and move out of the midfield. And nobody's really breaking any lines for us. Not on the flanks and not in the middle. Look at this. So you got Rabiot now. On that byline. Now Cambiaso is pushed up and moved centrally. We're trying to hit a long ball here. Rabiot's going to give pressure on the side here. Trying to pin him back. We do. They still win the throw-in. It's against Juventus. Rabiot unhappy as he believes it touched the Bologna player. So, slight alteration here, and let's see if Juve can come back at them and start to mount some pressure. We absolutely have to. It's been a really rough start here. Oh, slipped through from Xerxes around Fagioli. The lead pass for Orsolini was bad. Oh my God. We're doing everything you can to settle this thing. Holy shit. We just can't settle the damn ball down. Just a struggle here, and that's definitely right there. Stuff like that, that's just so routine that it's just conditions. Like, Ball's just not doing what they want it to. It's bouncing around. It's wet. They can't trap it properly. Like, they're struggling. They got to figure it out, and figure it out quick. Because Bologna is playing in the same conditions, and they're looking much smoother. Look at this. Holy shit. Totally congested. Finally get it out. Locatelli now on the other side, being pushed off by Ndoye. Come on, Luca. You can't get muscled off by Ndoye there in the middle. You've got to... It's just sloppy here right now, everybody. Come on, you guys. Oh. Look at what we're doing here. Sandro. Putting Danilo in a little bit of a risky scenario here. Fagioli with a bad touch here. Now Bologna turning it on us. Here's Orsolini slotting it in for Ferguson. Over to Ndoye. Crossed over. Xerxes trying to settle it. Trying to turn this thing for a shot. Here's another rip. Just wide of goal. Okay, boys, come on. It's time to wake the fuck up. Okay. Just can't settle a ball down whatsoever. Fagioli allows this counter to happen. He's having a rough go, and he's barely involved. And to be honest, everyone in the middle is barely involved. Our midfield is dead right now. And I will say this, okay, that games, I always say this, are won and lost in the middle of the pitch. And right now, nobody's having an impact in the middle. And there is little to no movement in the middle of the pitch right now. Against Udinese, you had guys coming back. Cambiasso was even coming back in the middle to retrieve the ball. Miretti was active. Rabiot was active. Luca was active. We are standing and watching again. Can't do that. Now Weah and Fagioli lose it. There's a shot, and that always going wide and high of Pedin's goal. That one from Moro. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Come on, change. I don't want to see these Bologna fans dancing. Come on. Let's go. We're at the half-hour mark. Time to wake up. Let's go. Bremer to Rabiot. Back to Bremer. Just scanning. And nobody rotating. Like, nobody rotating in and out. Just stagnant. Sandro slows things down. Cuts inside Rabiot, having a little space to come forward. Trying to find our target man. Rabiot does well. Settles Fagioli. Hit. It's blocked. Pops forward. Trying to settle it there. Skorupski comes out. Punches it out. Fagioli lines up a left-footed volley, but it's wide and then gets blocked. That's a little bit better. Keep pushing now. Vlahovic is down. Holding his eye. Shit. Have it out, boys. It's your own guy. He wants it out, boys. Is he fine? I still don't see him. I see Chiesa. I see Weah. I see Fagioli. Man. Rabiot to Danilo for Weah. He's got nowhere to really go. Over to Rabiot. Again. Here's Chiesa on the right side, cutting in. Over to Fagioli. Playing it ahead for Weah. Come on. Cuts it in, trying to find Chiesa. But look at the tracking back. There's Abishir tracking back. Oh, that's a cheap, cheap foul there, Adrian. Cheap, cheap fucking foul. No need. Keep pushing them back. No need to clip like that. You know they're going to go down and do that, especially on a 1-0. Skorupski's going to launch this one forward. Rabiot Set to engage, and it goes over. Xerxes now flicking it on, and Ferguson runs it over. Never let the ball bounce, you guys. These are basics. Bremer cuts this one out. Luca settles it. Scans, trying to go up the pitch, and it's short. And then Luca's the only one applying pressure with 3. Bologna easily passing around him. Between Moro and Abishur, even Ferguson in there. Xerxes now quick touch to Lykogiannis on the side. Back to Lakomi. Comio. And Bologna knocking it about. Orsolini now. Touch to Ferguson. Over to Ndoi. Taking on Sandro. Slows it up. Back to Ferguson. Bologna just patient. Patient now. Our pressure's kind of lightened up. Here's Vlahovic stealing it. Sending Chiesa. Chiesa running out of defense. Running at 4 players. Oh, the touch just a little too far ahead of him, and Bologna's able to clear. Bokama ends up clearing it out. Man, that's a tough way to make a living, though, just running at, you know, a 4-man defense every time. We got to do a little bit better. Let's go. Danilo, over to Weah. You're 1v1, man. Back to Danilo. Slots it over to Bremer. Sandro now. Oh my god, the passing, you guys. Our passing has just been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Even when you have the options and they do make their moves, we just can't hit them. This is brutal, brutal showing right now so far for us. Bremer cleans this one up. Gets it up to Cambiaso. Now over to Locatelli. He's got Weah out on the right. He's going to hit it. But Weah can't turn and really get up pitch. Locatelli now on it. Over to Danilo. Back inside for Locatelli. You do have some space. Not a lot of options. Everybody is central too. Fagioli had a run there. Take a stab at it, Luca. Come on. Little pop over the defense. Here's Luca. Carrying it in. Here's Rabiot. Moves it over for Cambiaso. Cuts inside. Nice pass inside for Luca. Trying to take his man on. That's not his game, though. Cheap back heel giveaway from Luca. Man, that is bad. You can't fuck things up like that there and be cheap on the ball, boys. Come on. Luca's got to pull the trigger on that one to Fagioli there when he's making that run. Here's Weah. Trying to go backwards, but Orsolini cuts it out. It's going to be Juventus throw-in. Yeah, I'm feeling the frustration with Luca today, boys. I'm really, really feeling it. It's not looking pretty. I don't know if I'm at the point where I say it needs to be sold, but he's having a rough go today, that's for sure. Bremer finding Fagioli here. Over to Danilo. Inside for Bremer. Look at how high up we're getting our center backs to try and generate something. You know what? That's what you have to do when a team clamps down and they're all collapsing. Send everybody. Push your guys forward. Oh, man, we're just trying to get it settled here, and we can't. Bologna ends up clearing it. Bremer still going to settle it. Touch back for Sandro. Keep pushing them further and further back and get that ball in and around the area and cause some havoc. Just when you do, don't give it away so cheaply with a no-look back heel when a defender's on your fucking back. Let's go. Bremer to Sandro. Over to Locatelli. Has Cambiaso on the left, plays it to him. Rabiot making a move down the sideline. But Cambiaso goes back for Luca. Now Luca trying to switch field for Danilo. Danilo does well. Chest down. Fagioli, quick touch back. Here's Weah trying to step in. Gives it to Danilo. He's scanning. Oh, nice slot through for Weah. Oh, the cross gets blocked. Cross gets blocked and Skorupski hands it. Just grabs her. Hands that one in. Oh, man. Weah. Oh. Avoiding the corner kick, too. Oh, trailing hand. Trailing hand. Trailing hand. They're not looking at that? I've seen those called a lot. Trailing hand. Wow. Nothing. Okay. Man. I don't know. I've seen that called so much. Are they not even looking at it? Natural position, sure. But again, it just hasn't stopped those other ones from getting called. Oh no, that's unlucky. After the slide, falls for Xerxes still. Oh, shot blocked though. Bologna still on the ball. Outside to Ndoye now. He takes Sandro on. Cambiasso comes in to help. Posh now. Cross in, Ferguson settles it. Liko Giannis. He's going to cross this one. It's going high and deep to the back post. He doesn't keep it in. It's going to be goal kick. It's slowly getting better. We still a little suspect at the back, but we got to push them back and we got to get bodies forward. But Weah there, a little hesitant. Vlahovic doing some hard work there as the target man. Locatelli slides it over for Sandro. Got Cambiasso on the byline. He plays it to him inside for Rabiot. One touch to Sandro. Sandro and Cambiasso rotate. Bremer. Over to Fagioli. We are making runs and overlapping our players. The guys just aren't reading them at all. Like, nobody's looking at it. Here's Rabiot. Over to the side for Danilo. Back over for Fagioli, who now finds himself on the left. He's scanning. Little pass for Cambiasso. Short pass. That is easy call there. Potentially a yellow, but won't do it. Quick start from Juve. Locatelli over for Danilo. You got Weah there. He's cutting inside. Back to Danilo. Danilo going over to Sandro. Inside for Weah, who's literally in the center of the pitch right now. Now to Danilo, who's going to have no options out on the right except for Fagioli, who now gets it. Jolie trying to play inside for Chiesa. Oh, man. Trying to send aerial through chip ball. Not doing. Vlahovic lobbying for a foul there. Nothing doing. Abisher can't keep this one in. Juve can still apply pressure. Let's at least equalize before the half. Come on. Let's at least equalize before this half's up. There's an easy foul. Keeps working. It's going to get the advantage call. And now we've got a set piece here. This is in good range. Let's try and get this set piece goal, okay? Sometimes games like this, you got to get the ugly one. Raining like crazy. You're not playing a very slick, smooth, fluid football. Score one like this. I don't give a shit who. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Cambiasso set to be the one to cross this one in. Yes, I agree, Dels. Getting a shot on target would be fantastic. Cambiasso. Not going to take it. Right footer. Oh, Fagioli ends up being the one taking it. Skorupski just punches that one right back down the end line. And then they see it out for a throw in. Cambiasso now on it. He's moving inside to the area. Tries to beat his man. Just can't. Bologna able to get out. And they're running with it. Here's Orsolini. They play it over to Ndoye. Missed touch there. It's going to be out for Juventus throw in. Quickly had in from Sandro. Rabiot's on it. Has Locatelli to his right, plays it to him. Weah just ahead of him. Now he receives it. Danilo making a run up the right flank. Doesn't have a lot of options. Here's Dusan trying to settle. Oh, and then tried to send Weah. You just need a light touch and he's clear, man. It's just not sharp, everybody. Fuck, you're sending him. You've got a clear sight to him. That's not a through ball. That's just a regular pass to him. This is an ugly first half of football. Just a couple of decent moments in there here and there, but... Skorupski launches this one. And again, Luca just backing off of these aerials. Ends up getting a throw in. Like, can we contest some aerial balls at least? Like, let's contest these fucking things. We're letting them bounce. We're backing 10 feet off the other team. Let's get in there. Rabiot, after Juve wins a throw-in, quickly has it back for Sandro. Over to Cambiaso. Now to Danilo. Danilo trying to carry forward here. He does. Sends one through for Dusan. He's going to get closed down by Lucami really quick. Too easy to lose there, Dusan. Luckily, we finish up with it. Here's Fagioli. Quickly having it over for Rabiot. Now to Sandro. Slots it inside. Here's Luca in the area. Just not a spot you want to see him in. Like, you just... It's not his game. Cross. Going back post. Weah. Just can't get to goal. Here's a bike from Orsolini trying to clear. Danilo keeps it in. Going back post. Rabiot comes in hard. Surprise no call there. Ndoye now tries to get around his man on the outside, but Locatelli sees it out. It's going to be Juventus throw-in. We're reaching the 45th minute here. And then we're going to have some stoppage time. Here's Rabiot. Over for Weah. Got to make a decision, man. Way too long. That's an easy block. Lico Yanis way too hard on Weah there. That's a foul. We're going to get a set piece here. We've reached the 45th minute mark, so we're in added time. There's only going to be 2 minutes of added time here. Fagioli and Cambiaso both on it. Just move one over to be the cleanup guy. I hate we always have two guys on set pieces. Like, get an extra guy in the cleanup there. Give them one more guy in the area to think about. Like, there's no need to have two guys over every corner, every set piece. Here's Cambiaso in swinger. Headed back out. Ndoye now misses clearing it. Just keep it in. Well done from Cambiaso. His options are all too far. Here's Fagioli on it now. Plays it inside. Sandro finding Rabiot. Oh my God, you guys. There's just no movement. No movement as the ball moves across the field. Everybody just stands where they are. And then we get to the outside most player and there's no options for him. Here's Luca. And Bologna just clamping down, forcing us to ask questions, and we're not asking enough. Here's Fagioli. Come on, man. Let's go. Being pushed back. Here's Danilo. Push back. Bremer. We've got like another 30 seconds before halftime. Launching this one behind Dusan. Giving chase here. Watch, and it's offside. And that's going to wrap up this first half pretty much. Wow. Didn't look offside. They're just going to pump this one forward, and it's going to be the final play of the half. There it is. Halftime. Back to our old ways. Coming in here from Chenky. Sideways, pass, and pass back. That's been our entire offense. All right, so let's talk things out here. We'll go through the stats. So 60% possession for Juventus, 4 total attempts, only 1 being on target. When you look at Bologna, on the other side, 7 total attempts, 2 on target, okay? And big chances created, 1 for Bologna, 0 big chances created for Juventus, 1 attempt from inside the box. Bologna had 4 attempts inside the box. This has been a rough first half for Juventus, and that is probably an understatement, okay? We had decent instances. Right now, they are really, really struggling. Juve is really, really struggling to find that space in attack. We have in certain circumstances, but the guys are way too hesitant. And I'm actually surprised at one of the names. I listed him as one of the guys to watch for in this game, and that was Timothy Weah. And I expect him to be ripping in free open pitch, and he just isn't. And he's turned a couple times and had that space and not done it. Beyond that, our passing has been absolutely atrocious, but the off the ball movement, isn't to what we were seeing at Udinese. It's few and far between for solid, strong movements, and unfortunately, when those moves happen, our guys either are seeing them and not pulling the trigger, or they're just missing them completely and not seeing it. But one way or another, it has to be a lot better. So the positives that we were seeing against Udinese aren't so much there against Motta and Bologna. We did call it that Motta, if you thought Bologna was going to come into this one and that we were going to be essentially doing the same thing and essentially just cruising like we did against Udinese, I thought it was going to be tougher, but ultimately I didn't see us conceding, but sloppy in transition there. And Sandro giving up his man on a play I don't think Bremer needed that much help on, ends up being the one that decides it. Outside of that, even through some shaky parts defensively, I felt okay. It's just offensively, we've got to sharpen up. It's got to get a lot better. Chanky's going to be right back. Going to grab some beers for the rest of the game. That is a great idea, okay? Those could very much come in handy depending if we can't get a turnaround the way we want it. Boss Nate Dogg coming in here. The midfield has 0 creativity unless Chiesa gets on the ball out wide. We have nobody who can create for others, specifically in the middle of the pitch. It's lacking big time in the middle. Do we expect some changes at half? I think it's going to be, barring some status on the health of one player. The other is, do you pull Miretti in? Because I said it about halfway through that first half. What he was doing against Udinese, I haven't seen in this game from any of the guys in the midfield. He might help us out tremendously. So maybe, just maybe, we could call upon Miretti. We'll see. YFG coming in here. I've seen multiple players get the chance to move past the ball forward and they decide to go back. Yeah, it's a rough one. Sandro almost injured Bremer on that play. It's crazy with Sandro there sometimes. But the call to bail out on his man there and help Bremer there, I don't think was necessary. So I am gonna criticize him on that one. Alex P. Chiesa's pissy as fuck tonight. The guys up top need to sharpen up. Dusan had one. All he had to do was lay the ball in front of Weah. He decides to send a through ball as if he's screaming down the byline. I mean, the shit like that has nothing to do with coaching, nothing to do with game planning or tactics or anything. It's literally just execution. And the execution's been piss poor tonight, all right, so far. Let's see what happens. Ron saying Fagioli looks underwhelming. Aldo calling for Miretti on. There you go. Al, I know it's hoping for too much, but damn, this game could use Paul and Fabio. Yeah, I mean, definitely one of them. We don't know exactly where it stands with Paul. I don't know what their management is thinking in terms of the minutes they want to give him. I'm definitely not expecting him coming on before the 70th minute mark, to be honest. I would think maybe he's got 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. But Miretti could definitely be the shout. We got Antonio coming in here saying Miretti or Caviglia. So maybe Caviglia would not, but I don't know if Caviglia's got that kickstart to the offense that we really need, that transitional piece, defense to offense, and Miretti was big at that. The thing with Miretti, though, is when he comes into this one, we're 1 goal down, you've got to make the right decision on that ball at the end, but he does a lot of good stuff in the build-up. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. This was one of our problems last season, being down a goal, and how Juventus plays being down a goal. That was a problem. We'll see what happens, see if we can make things right. I sure as hell hope so, because we absolutely have to. So we'll see what happens. Getting to more of your comments here. Out of all the midfielders, Locatelli has to be the one that ends up with the ball in the opponent's box. Again, it's one of the reasons why I just don't buy into this whole talk about him needing to be a Mezzala and us finding that Reggie, like, he is a two-man pivot midfielder all day, every day, twice on Sunday, okay? But I'm almost even thinking on this one, with Miretti potentially coming in, that it's a tough call to make because of the work Locatelli does defensively, and he's strong at that. But if you're going to have Rabiot and Locatelli out here, you need Miretti. Maybe, just maybe, Locatelli's the one to bounce and you put Fagioli in there. But Fagioli's also been struggling, so it's a tough call there to make that swing. Fagioli sliding out into that role, because I do believe Fagioli can play right across the midfield. But for me, I leave Luca, I leave Rabiot. I probably make a switch there with Fagioli and bring Miretti in. Actually, and to be honest, we got to get after it, okay? We got to score some goals. I'm not opposed to Miretti and Fagioli staying out there on either side of Locatelli, to be quite honest. You might have to sacrifice something to get things moving here. So, again, it's going to be interesting to see what Max does and what adjustments they make coming into the second half. You're also going to get ready to expect an adjustment for Bologna in terms of clamping down even more. So that wall at the back ain't going to get lighter, and sooner or later you're going to have to send the house and start throwing the ball in the mixer and getting things going. So see what happens with Juventus and the adjustments. Outside of the Juventus match, we have Fiorentina 2-0 up on Lecce, and the goal scorers are Gonzalez, assisted by Duncan, and then Duncan adding one of his own. All right, so anybody rocking with Duncan for your Fantacalcio? Sweet move, sweet pickup. All right, everybody else, not so much. Juve, I need some help with my Fantacalcio here, everybody, okay? So, Chiesa, Vlahovic, please, let's get it moving. Now, this is one that I was waiting for to come up here, and it's maybe you take off Weah and send Ailing Jr. on the left and slide Cambiaso on the right. Talked about that earlier on in there. Yeah, we need goals, and maybe the 1v1s could come in handy when you're facing a wall like that. So Swarid asking, would you bring in Kostic? I would probably go Ailing Jr. because I think that the 1v1s are probably going to come in big, and he brings that in bundles. He is definitely going to come in and end up taking his guys and maybe gaining some valuable ground for us out on that flank. But when you're facing a wall like that, we got to get in and around that area and cause problems and ask them to come out and challenge us. And maybe we get PK or whatever, because if you level things up, it changes everything. But if we continue to chase like this and waiting for these spaces, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Kostic, I'd probably hold off for now. But curious to hear who's bringing in Kostic on this one. Any of you? Let's go. And reminder, everybody that's with us, all right, take a second, like the video while you're here, okay? And subscribe if you're new here. But Juve gotta pick things up second half, everybody. So do whatever you gotta do. We had some in the live chat that were running to grab their beers, okay? Hey, if that's your call, whatever, get it done. Do it. Do it now. Do whatever rituals you have, okay? Whatever rituals you have that you do before games, after games, whatever, get going on it. Get going on it. We need to turn the tides and get some luck heading our way, okay? Ronnie taking a I bet, brother. I bet you're taking a break there. So Aldo says no, not Kostic. Illing Jr. rather. But Miretti first. We have been a day late, a buck short in the midfield. I think we got to fix that up. Absolutely fix that up. Arthur bossing it up at Fiorentina. Let's get that obligation. Apex, let's get that obligation. It's completely broken with Juve, so if he's going to go there and boss it up, let's do it. We see Hans Nicolucci Caviglia warming up. Will Max make changes? What changes is he going to make? Let's see. Mota barking at his team right now. Barking orders, direction. All right, so Wauchi asking Al, is it just me or does the team look lazy at times? No, it's definitely not just you. Again, you could, if you were to put both our first two matches against each other, Udinese to this one, the off-the-ball movement is just, it's night and day. It's like we're not even watching the same team. So I totally agree with you. It's just not happening. They're not finding those pockets. They're not finding those space. They're not moving. And I think whether we've said it or not in the live chat, but one of the reasons many of us are probably asking for Miretti is because when you watch him play, the guy never stands still. He is constantly moving. I don't think I can think of a time where Miretti is just simply standing there unless he's literally just waiting to accept the ball. But otherwise, he is constantly showing for and then running out and just taking a man with him. Like, he's always on the move. And we missed that big time. And I think that's the reason why we're all calling for Miretti, or the majority of us anyways are calling for Miretti. Ron, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Passing accuracy has been absolutely abysmal. So unable to watch a game, but the sound of things in the midfield is not up to par. Why would Allegri not continue with starting Miretti while getting Fagioli back into game shape? We don't know on the conditions of these guys. We're watching Paul Pogba warm up now, but I just, I don't know. I can't really answer that one, but you would have to think he's good to go to get the nod, and he is back into game shape. So I'm just not sure. The other thing is you don't really necessarily get into true game shape till you're playing games. The scrimmages and practices and whatnot and stuff like that, like, it's just not quite the same, so you got to get in there at some point. And I think if we were going to say that this midfield would look, this was our best midfield trio last season. But looking like this is bad. They're all off. And they're off in things they should be good at. And even Fagioli, distribution and whatnot should be a strong suit. It just hasn't been. But we are getting ready for the second half to kick off. Okay? It doesn't look like there's going to be any immediate changes. But let's see if we can turn the tide here. We absolutely have to. So let's go. I don't want to see any drop points. So let's turn the tide. Let's get the dub here. Ref's just waiting to kick things off here. Juve's going to start with possession. And we got the second half underway. As always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Let's go. Let's get the comeback going here. Let's get this next one. The equalizer. Danilo. Moving this ball forward, looking for Fagioli. He gets it, but being pushed back. He's weaving. Turns his man. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. Plays a quick one inside for Weah. Weah cuts inside centrally. Has Sandro. Sandro now inside. Errant pass. Another errant pass. And Juve trying to just press Bologna, and they are, which is great. Bremer super high up the pitch. 1-2's inside. Here's Chiesa on the left side. Feints across. Feints another one. Left-footed. Oh, puts a left-footed one low and hard, and nobody ran in towards goal. Looked like everybody was expecting it to come to the top of the six or the spot for a header, and he had it low and hard towards Skorupski. Puts his hands up. Pissy that nobody made that run. Come on. Let's go. Launched up by Bologna. Bremer's going to come back. Recover. Play it up for Locatelli. Let's go. Bologna. Little to no pressure on Juve at the back here. Locatelli slides it over for Danilo. Weah has moved back and shown for. He's going to cut in centrally. He's got wheels. Moving forward. Vlahovic, stop trying to take off so much, man. You're the target guy. Here's Fagioli switching field. Heading all the way to the left. Headed down from Chiesa. Keeps it in bounds. Sandro now. Inside for Rabiot. Come on. Rabiot. Up ahead for Cambiasso. Bad touch, but he's still able to maintain possession. Locatelli now. Danilo wants it on the right, but he slots it up for Fagioli. Fagioli, little 1-2. Now Chiesa again on the flank. 3 guys out there trying to close things down. Chiesa trying to find some space against Ndoye. Nothing doing. Sandro now. Slotting it over for Bremer. Look at how far back we have already pushed Bologna. The wall is up. Weah now. Trying to take his man on. Low ball, but always going beyond the goal line. There was a touch on it, though. It's going to be a Juventus corner kick. Come on, let's get to this one. First head on this. Put it in the back of the net. Let's go. Get in there. Get in there. Again, 2 guys on a set piece. Just get the fuck out of there. Pick who's going to have it in and have it in. Get an extra body out there for them to watch. Fagioli headed away. Weah settles it. Over to Chiesa on the left. Cross in. Oh, it's a good one. Bologna just clears, but only to the top of the area. Doing battle here, and a cheap foul. Oh, yes, it was soft, but you got to expect that. I think that was Ferguson that went down, but Jesus Christ, we just can't give. And Duchamp's got his arm way up there. Come on. The intent, the attitude, the approach is already better in the 3 minutes, okay? But we got to start getting some to show for, some opportunities to show for. Here's a lovely one-touch in from Bologna there, but the last ball to Xerxes, way too far, and Perin comes out and gets it. Sandro on it right now. Again, the only difference between the 2 clubs, that one blip where we left Ferguson alone, and he slotted home. Sandro. Moves it over for Rabiot. Has Danilo on the right. Plays it to him. Weah just ahead of him. Weah gets it. Looking, Rabiot is making a move inside. Oh my God, and we can't hit that pass. Jesus. Just slowing ourselves down. Here's Chiesa now on the left. Too much, man. Fede trying to do way too much. Pressure. Keep the press. There's Cambiasso applying pressure. Well done. Keep them pinned. That's the game already, and this is what you got to do. Regain that possession and keep them pinned back. They'll get tired. Here's Chiesa again, trying to take his man on, trying to do a lot here. He had it, They're going to end up calling a throw-in for Juventus. Oh man, Bologna working it out here. I couldn't even see the sequence because they're showing a replay on a goddamn throw-in. Like, who gives a shit? No foul towards us. Advantage for Bologna. Now cleaned up by Sandro. Locatelli to Vlahovic. To Cambiaso. He's quickly closed down from Ndoye. Here's Rabiot on it. Locatelli back to Rabiot. Guys, you got to get the defense moving. These 4-foot passes, like just inside, do nothing. Here's the ball over the top. Look in Danilo's way. Tries to cross it in. He's calling for handball. Danilo's calling for handball. He's saying check it. Saying check it. Just saying corner right now. We got the replay coming in here. Doesn't look like handball at all. Looks like the dome. Oh, he does push it off after with hand. Here, cross in. Fagioli. Oh, that's a good cross in. We just can't get ahead to it. Here's Weah. Quickly playing it out to the left for Chiesa. Gan watched by 2. Sandro pops it over the top. Back post for Bremer. Across goal. Vlahovic. He scores. Yes, Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic. It's ones, baby. It's ones. Dusan. Let's go! Equalize 1-1, baby. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's go, everybody. Andiamo, Vlahovic. Let's go. Let's go. Chiesa with a nice cross to the back, and Bremer, the absolute unit, heads this back into the mixer. The right decision. Skorupski gets hands on it too. Had me worried, except Vlahovic put enough on it to bury. And there's an open play goal for the lad. Let's go, baby. Come on. They are looking at this for offside now? Because of Rabiot? No. No. They are looking at it. Got to pump the brakes here. They're checking. He's going to the monitor, everybody. Bremer. Rabiot's right in front of Skorupski. Oh my God, man. Is this actually going to happen? I know that he doesn't touch it. That isn't the rule, though. The rule is if you're in an offside position and you distract the keeper, off fucking side. Oh my God. All right. Fuck. That would have been beautiful. We got to just keep doing what we're doing. Keep pinning them back. Keep asking questions. Like I said, they want to get pinned back. You have to get that ball in and around the area and just cause problems and create havoc. Let's go. Weah to Locatelli. One touch to Fagioli. Weah now pressing on it. Looking for Vlahovic. Nice one touch, but Fagioli wasn't reading that. Still does well to recover. Locatelli on it now. He's going to swing it out for Chiesa. Chiesa on the left side. Come on. 2 guys again closing in on him. Has a rip. Oh, that was going to cause Skorupski some problems. Bologna now trying to survive here at the back. Here's Lico Giannis here, and Danilo sees it out to make sure that it's a Juve corner kick. Come on. Let's go. Get another one right away, and then we'll take this game. Let's go. Illing Jr. warming up. McKennie warming up. Arkadiusz Milik warming up. Oh, man. How unlucky on that offside there. Let's go, Vlahovic. Get another one. Get one back. I don't care who it is ultimately, but I feel bad for this guy needing the open play one too. Corner kick, come on. And now we have one on it. Let's go. The way we should. Fagioli set to take this. He's been delivering some good set pieces in there. We just got to get these guys on the right. I would put Bremer short side, nearest post, because that's where Fagioli seemed to be getting to. And Bremer's been more around the spot in the top of the six, but get him short side. Oh, here's a shorty. Now going up for Locatelli. Now over for Weah. Has a hit! Oh, forces a big save! Rebound wide from Bremer. Oh my God, what an opportunity for Juventus. Oh my God. Forced a great save from Skorupski from Weah, and then Bremer runs in on the rebound. Vlahovic was also lurking for that rebound, but Bremer touches it wide of goal. It's a great hit there from Skorupski. Hi. Hi.
We're going to Walmart.
Okay, have fun.
What are you doing?
All right, ladies. Have fun.
Have fun.
Family time here.
You're knocking stuff over. Come on.
Hopefully that's a good lecture. The young ladies coming in. The Juventinas. Oh, quick 1-2. Ferguson now. Close down. Sandro does well, winning that. And gets a foul. Quickly taken in. Slots it over to Rabiot. Rabiot's letting the hair down. That's what the problem was. Weah over to Sandro. Out to Chiesa. And there you go. Chiesa again. Watch by two. Here's Chiesa. Slots it over for Rabiot. It's on his left foot. Over for Danilo. He's just going to have a cross in. There it is. Cleared out by Bologna, but it's still just up at the top of the area. Only as far as Rabiot. Touch back. Bremer now is going to settle it. Holy Christ, no need. Going all the way back to Perin. All right, Cambiaso now. Working on the left. Fagioli's inside there too. Fagioli. Over to Locatelli. Rabiot. Sandro. To Bremer. To Danilo. Played ahead. Vlahovic settles it. Little 1-2 for Weah. Cross the goal. Fagioli. Oh no, Fagioli. Oh my God. My God. I know it's off foot, left foot. You really got to at least force Skorupski here, man. Just drive that thing into the top of the net, man. Jeez. Come on. I will say this. We all wanted, a lot of us wanted Miretti in the second half. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Fagioli's been great this second half. Way more involved, doing way more left and right. This is a bad one, though. I mean, this is a really, really bad one. But, man, that is just so frustrating. 60th minute, everybody. We're getting to the 60th minute. Still 1-0 Bologna. We do have a sub. Dominguez is going to come in for Moro. Dominguez was originally on their projected starting lineup. They ended up going with Moro. But now he's going to come in. They're actually going to make a double change. They're going to clamp things down, man. Juve's got the high line. Bologna will be left with nothing but an odd counter. But, yeah, they're going to try and lock this thing down. They might do a triple change here. And they're going to take their sweet time with it, too. Yeah, Josh, in the new offside rule, Rabiot would have been just fine because you have to be completely beyond the defender. I don't actually like the new rule change, to be honest. I actually think all they need to do is the torso, the waist. If your waist is in line, I don't care if an arm, a leg, a toe, a nose is extended beyond. It should just be the waist. If the waists are in line and the majority of the attacker's waist is in line with the defender's waist, you should be considered onside. And in that particular play, Rabiot would have been considered onside with how I would call the rule. But the thing is they want little to no gray area. So they just want it, you're offside if there's any part of your body, or if your complete body is beyond the defender, is what they want. They just haven't changed it everywhere. But for me, it's gonna make things very, very challenging from a defensive point of view. But they're just trying to eliminate all gray areas and ultimately get more goals. I don't know. All the sports I follow, when you start changing way too much with the rules, I just don't like it. I think they try and tweak things way too much, and they just need to leave well enough alone. Even the added time, like getting up to like 10, 12, 14 minutes is just insane. Man, sloppy at the back now between Sandro and Danilo. There is going to be a foul there. So Juve will regain possession. So we're at 62 minutes. 30 seconds. Gonna wait for Juve to make some changes. Cambiaso trying to walk a tightrope there. Loses the ball. Bologna throw in. We have to regain this kickstart that we had at the start of the second half. When Juve starts to lose that, starts to fade it, we can't let it take too long for us to get back into that press and pushing them backwards. Let's go. We got to get in there, cause problems, and find this equalizer. There you go. Look at how high. That is Bremer leading the press, everybody, okay? So, and to be honest, doing a hell of a job. Like, midfielders, attackers, like, take note here. No foul there, Adrian. And he gets a foul called from the linesman. Jesus, put your flag down, man. There's nothing there. Rabiot's hair is back in the bun, all right? So, hey, Yildiz got called out for playing with his hair. I would love it if Max made Rabiot shave his head. Won't happen, though. That's his boy. Come on. Sandro, over to Cambiaso. Bremer and Luca just exchanging. Luca now pumps it up the left byline for Cambiaso. He's got Ndoye in front of him. Inside for Locatelli. Switches field all the way for Weah. Inside for Danilo. Little touch inside for Vlahovic. Over for Weah. Cross inside. Oh, man. I just can't get onto these. Monsieur Paul Pogba. And Fagioli is the one sacrificed, and Illing Jr. comes in for Cambiaso. Fagioli's going to be beating himself up, no doubt, for that chance at the back post that was left-footed. Just forget it, man. Forget it. You actually had a way better showing in the second half than you did the first half. So just take that positive. Don't worry about the miss, man. Let's go. Let the lads get it back for you and add another one. Let's get the 3 points. Come on. Keep fighting. Paul Pogba, let's go. What better way to reinstate yourself than win a classic Pog boom? Come on. Bremer heads this one in. Weah gives chase. Gets it ahead for Vlahovic. Trying to settle it. Ooh, trying to go all the way across for Chiesa. Settles this thing down now, but just too much. Vlahovic, take it easy, man. Jesus Christ. Goes into trampoline mode sometimes when all you got to do is just settle it so that we can regain the possession. And then we got to deal with whatever, a minute and a half of just them knocking it about to try and get it back here. Locatelli on it now. Settles it down with 2 touches. Back to Sandro. Paul Pogba trotting up ahead. Trying to get himself in a position to be on the ball. Jesus, Illing Jr. steps in and can't even trap it. And now he's going to take a foul there. God, couldn't get that ball out of his feet to start things off. Let's go. Shake that off. Come on, lads. Come on. I'm getting restless, everybody. 67 minutes. Come on. Let's go. For anybody curious, I'll give you a stat check. 61% possession for Juventus, 39 for Bologna. 9 total attempts for Juve, 2 on target. 7 total attempts for Bologna, 2 on target. Big chances, 1 for Juve, 1 big chance missed. 1 big chance for Bologna, obviously their goal. Great job from Rabiot there, and he's going to get the foul. Rabiot is on a yellow. Moretti for Rabiot is a thing. I would not be against it. Like I was saying earlier, I would have been fine to see Moretti come on and even leave Fagioli on there on both sides of Locatelli. But we'll see. This is a set piece for Bologna. Set piece in. And Perin all over that. Catches it with sure hands. This goalie attire looking like the Seattle Sounders get up in MLS. Jeez. Oh, long ball attempt here. Looking for Vlahovic, and we just give it up right away. Couple players having their arms up. Just saying, let's go, you guys. Let's build up here. Again, just pump forward after winning it. Come on, guys. You're down 1-0. You're not winning 3-0. Let's go. You need to find your own players with the damn ball. Press them. Let's go. There you go. Now Pogba's on the throw in here. Looking for someone to take it. Now he's going to just drop it off for Sandro. Pogba wants it. He's down the sideline. Just give it to him there. Locatelli wins the foul there, but just give it to Pogba's feet. You know these guys aren't going to take it off him. Let's go. Hashman saying 2-1. Watch, Juventus is winning this. I'm here for it. Believe me. Bremer to Danilo. To Pogba. Back to Bremer. Over to Locatelli. Nice little pop over the top here. Looking for Sandro. He's inside, just trying to protect here. Does. Finding Illy. Over to Locatelli. On his feet. Little one touch for Chiesa. Vlahovic has a rip. Stop. Oh my God. Chiesa, why didn't you get after that ball? He lets it roll beyond and Sandro's got a man on. I have no idea why he didn't attack for that rebound. You have got to want that. Nice little quick one touch for Chiesa. Nice settle from Vlahovic. Tried to make the turn and have the hit. Come on, 70th minute. Let's get this ball pressed. There you go. Sandro and Locatelli come in for it. Little one touch here. Here's Pogba. Oh, I thought he was going to line up a hit. That's a bad pass, man. It's between Weah and Vlahovic. Oh, my God. And Bologna's off to the races here. He's T1 up. No, he slots it for Xerxes. Here's a hit. Petit stops it. Oh, my God. Illing Jr. I thought was going to give away a PK there on that rebound. And Doy's got his arms up. Mota losing it. The bench is up roaring. Holy Christ. And they're listening. He's listening to this. Gonna take a look. I thought Xerxes could have potentially also been on offside. No, he's on. He's on. Man, this would be the killer, man. So red cards being dished out on the bench. Malta getting a booking too. Okay, let's get the camera going on the game here, okay? So it's no PK, like, Jesus fucking Christ with this feed. I don't give a shit about watching a Bologna player go into a door down a tunnel. Like, whoever produces it. Nice back heel. Here's Bremer on the press here in the area for Vlahovic. You gotta be on it, Dusan. Come on, man. How are you not expecting a touch there from him? Like, holy shit, man. Ends up going flat-footed right when it counts the most. I guess Bremer and Vlahovic don't practice a lot of rushes in the final third either, so it is what it is. I'm just getting super frustrated, everybody. Milik's going to come on for Chiesa. And I wouldn't be surprised if this really hurts our creation, to be honest. But, hey, let's see what happens. Illing Jr. is going to have to get in here. Guys, I still don't know how I feel about that pen. Like, I would say never a pen. Obviously, I'm super biased, but I think, like, it's nothing really there. Illing's holding his position, and they both go down. So I say no pen. And I don't know if that's me with my Juve goggles on or whatever, but yeah, I'm thinking no pen. But we gotta wake up here. Let's go. This is just a complete mess here. Like, get the ball back, win the ball back, and get it out of this shit. Hugging the flank, like, with 6 guys in there. Somebody's gonna be open outside. Like, get it out of that mess. Man, Pogba makes that miss pass between Vlahovic and Weah. I would never expect him to miss that pass. If he hits Weah on that far side, that's going to be one hell of an opportunity to get a high-quality scoring chance out of. Come on, you guys. Win this ball. There you go, Illing. Fuck, boys. Swing it out of there. Get away from that side. Let's go. Inside for Pogba. Over to Weah. Back to Danilo. And Danilo just losing it. Like, where is the option moving forward? We need to get forward. Come on. Over to Weah. Pogba making a run deep. Oh, doesn't give it to him. Cuts inside. Finding Rabiot. Left-footed. Here's a hit. Always just over. Skorupski just watching it over his bar. Man, we got to pick this up here. "15 minutes, everybody. 1-0 down again. I really hope this is not a story like last season where this team struggles behind a goal and just can't find enough. Let's go. Pogba now. Over to Sandro. And he leaves the ball and gets stripped in the most cheap fashion you could. Situations, scenarios, and understanding them is something that just blows me away sometimes, like for the past couple of years when I watch this team. Understanding the situations you're facing, the scenarios you're in, and what decisions you choose to make. It's wild to me at what we are deciding at times. Pogba trying to flip one over his man here. Rabiot trying to get the ball. Stop getting into it. Talking. We don't need this. Ref, back off. We're on our clock. Come on. We're down 1-0. Danilo over to Weah. Cuts it inside. Oh, Milik. Just send it back up the line for Weah. We don't take the chances that teams that do damage offensively take and do. Like, we're always so safe. We play safe everywhere. Everywhere we play safe and always make the safe decision. You know what that does to players? Even players with flair? Takes that away from them. They just lose it. That's why we get guys when they see space and stuff and they're hesitant. Back post cross! Shit. Milik lobbying for a corner kick. Nothing doing. This is going to be a goal kick for Bologna. Frustrations mounting. Vlahovic. Skorupski launching this one. Pogba trying to get up there. Little touch in the small of the back. Illing Jr. trying to settle it, but settles it out of bounds. Ferguson's going to probably leave this one here, so they continue to kill clock. Posh now on it. He's going to take his sweet-ass time. Illing Jr. again, just seeing it out. Dejected-looking Fagioli on the bench. Again, got to have a short memory about that one, man. Ferguson and Xerxes linking up here. Again, Juve just can't get this ball to settle at our feet so we could try to do something. Just frantic play. Frantic. Defensively and trying to get possession, whatever. It's just been that frantic. Now Milik settles. Rabiot to Pogba. Trying to make a move up the sideline. It's going to go out for a throw in. Illing Jr. on it. We got to get this ball out of here, boys. Come on. And move in the right direction. Here's Pogba. There you go. He springs Illing Jr. You got some space. Here's a cross. Looking, Vlahovic is way. It's headed in. Vlahovic! Dusan! Vlahovic! Get in there. 1-1. Let's go, baby. Beautiful. Paul Pogba springs us. Illing Jr. I was going to get pissy that he slowed down, and then he hits Vlahovic with the header. Let's go, baby. Dusan. It's 80th minute. It's 1-1. Let's get after the dub. All 3 points, baby. I want all 3 points. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Let's go. And that's beautiful. Skorupski giving everything he had and still not close to it. Beautifully placed header from Dusan Vlahovic and a beautiful cross from Illing Jr. Let's go, baby. Come on, get after this win. Give me these 3 points, baby. I want it. Dusan. Let's go. Perfect cross from Junior. Absolutely. We got subs coming in. Yildiz for Locatelli. McKennie coming in for Wea. 1-1. 3 points still available for us. Let's get after it. Give it everything you have. Get after this W. Come on, Juve. Dusan Vlahovic. Let's go. I kind of feel the same way, Hashman. I don't know if I would take Wea off, but let's see. We just got to get this ball and keep pressing them under. Let's go. Paul Pogba with a lovely play in tight. Oh my God, please do not surrender already. McKennie getting back, doing his work. Sees it's going to be goal kick. Jesus, man. McKennie already taking a tough tumble off the byline there. Paul Pogba doing great work on that goal to spring Illing Jr. in tight and finding his way, muscling through a challenge. Fortunate the ball stayed at his feet, but then springing Illing Jr. wonderfully. We're launching this ball forward. Trying to look Vlahovic's way. Here's Pogba on a 50-50, but he gets called on it for going through the back. And doing so very, very... Oof. That was rough. That's okay, though, Paul. I like it. Let's go. Okay, ball's back in play. Let's go, boys. Let's get this one. Get this second goal. Come on. Yes, Rabiot. Up ahead for Vlahovic. Come on. Ooh. Fuck. Bad touch there. Bad touch there from Rabiot. Shuts it down. Come on, boys. You got to make those count. Man, wouldn't it be something for Yildiz to get a winner? I would just love to see it. I would love to see young Keenan Yildiz get the winner in this one. Come on. Push us higher. Illing Jr. is a back line with our defense right now. We got to get after the win. Push him up the pitch, guys. Let's go. Good job from Paul. They're forcing him back the other way. Again, Illing should be there. So we can press these guys to win the ball. Like, look at where Yildiz is now. Illing's just literally standing there. Play it on. There you go. Heads it back into the mixer, like, for no reason. They're getting lost out here. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Get that ball out. Let's go. Need to find one of our guys with it. 84th minute. We should be getting a healthy amount of stoppage time. Man, that is just a sick cross and header. Beautiful goal. Absolutely no chance. Defender behind Vlahovic. Not even contested. A free header like that, that's what I expect from a striker. El Azuzi is going to come in for Abishir or Bologna. Let's go, Juve. Come on, 84th minute. Pogba. Heads it out, clear. Yildiz popping it over the top. Vlahovic trying to settle it. Just a little too far ahead. But it's just pounded out by Bologna. It's going to be Juventus throw. 85th minute. Come on. 5 minutes before stoppage time. Paul Pogba on it. Taking his time. Cruising through. Trying to pick an option. Just has it over for Bremer. Up ahead for Milik. Over to the side for McKennie. He's going to try and take his man on. Oh, he does win it. He's on the byline. Just can't keep it in. It is in. He's done well to hold. Back for Danilo. Holy shit, that's a floater of a cross. Settled Rabiot for Pogba. Oh my god, that's the one for a hit. Oh, good low hard cross. That's better. That's better, boys. Let's go. Here we go. Set piece goal. Set piece goal. Let's get it. Let's get the winner here. Danilo or Bremer. I'm calling right now. Danilo or Bremer. Let's go. Man, if Pogba could have settled that one down, that would have been the Pog boom. Come on, find it here, boys. Who's working the production here with this camera angle? Give me the goddamn view of the pitch. Cross in. Get there! Pogba with Skorupski there. They end up calling Pogba on it for the contact with Skorupski, but man, that wasn't by much. Ooh. Skorupski just getting his mitts on it for the punch. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to get caught up in what I was doing because this feed is just junk, okay? It's showing replays when there's shit going on and there's cards being dished. So Yildiz picks up a yellow card. I couldn't tell you why. Because Fubo sucks, all right? That's the honest truth, all right? Okay, come on. We better get a healthy dose of stoppage time, seriously. Like, we better be getting World Cup numbers like 10 minutes here because this is junk. Skorupski bombs this one forward. Pogba, Bremer in there. Rabiot now on it. Sells it down, goes to McKennie, trying to turn his man because he's got no option even going backwards. Absolutely nothing doing there. Trying to sell some weird foul by jumping over his man. Oh, man. Lucci being put under by Milik, but still finds his way through. Here's a long ball. Bremer doing battle with Ferguson. Ferguson does well to maintain possession for Bologna. Now he's on the ball. Inside, Dominguez. Back to Ferguson. Come on, you guys. 88th minute. Bologna knocking this thing about. We need the ball back, boys. Let's go. Ramp it up. Get that ball back. Everybody up. Everybody up. Everybody up. Illing too far back, man. Let's go. We need the ball. Come on. Bologna knocking it about still. Lucci on it. He can just go back to the other side. Yildiz wants help there. We have to press, boys. You have to figure it out. There's an extra man at the back, and look at the space. Holy shit. You're keeping Illing Jr. back, and you still can't mark up and watch these spaces. What is going on at the back? It's shocking. And you guys know who's falling asleep at the wheel back there. Ndoye cutting across inside here. They're just going to pop it to the back post. Easy settle for McKennie. Pogba wants it. He gets it. He's going to slide this ahead. Danilo makes a move forward. Nowhere to really go. Trying to go across the pitch here. Yildiz trying to settle. Foul. Thank you. Jesus, I thought he wasn't going to call it. We're at 89 minutes, 30 seconds. Come on.
30 seconds left before stoppage time.
Rabiot. Over to Illing. Come on, Illing. Make it happen. Make it happen. Yeah. Ooh. Almost skins his man. Here's a cross in. Cleared out. It's going to be Juve throw. Looking to take it quick. Sandro. Slows it up as he tries to figure out who he wants to put it to. Oh, trying to go. It's going to bounce over. Got to read that, Milik. You got to read that, man. You got to stop it. 7 minutes of added time, everybody. 7 minutes. Come on, we need this ball back. Slot it over for Ndoye. Yildiz has come in to close down. Here's a left-footed shot. Deflected. Deflected, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. Bologna on a corner, trying to make a sub. Ndoye's going to take his sweet time. 1-1 draw for them is great. For us, not so much. We want to keep the pace. We want to set the tone. Guys, while you're with us, please like the video if you haven't taken a second to do so. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Bologna going to have it into the mixer. Going back post. Free and clear. Here's Ealing Jr. trying to turn his man, get around the corner, but he's blocked out. Ealing Jr. quickly having it back. Sandro chests it down. Side for Rabiot. Oh, misses Pogba. Sandro gets the foul right on the byline there as he was trying to shield it out for a goal kick. We're at 92 minutes, 17 seconds. We got just shy of another 5 minutes here. Can Juve find a winner? Oh, Ealing. Nice settle from Milik. Get that ball out, buddy. Pogba. Swinging it out. Danilo. No, sorry, McKennie. He's got Danilo coming in for him. Good feed from McKennie there. Inside for Pogba. Oh, chipper. One touch from McKennie there. Tried to get it back into the mixer. Nothing doing. Here's Pogba coming back. Trying to win the ball. Settles it down. Looking for a foul. Lobbying for a foul. We do get one. Man, we just need to set Pogba up for a ripper, man. I'm telling you. Just get him to unleash one. Ealing Jr. out on the side. Right-footed cross? No, feints it. Sandro to Pogba. Danilo just waiting there. He's there. Out on the outside for McKennie. No help for him. Everybody into the area. He's got two in front of him. Oh, he has a cross in. It's seen out. It's kept in play from Bologna. But McKennie puts pressure on him. Wins a throw in deep. Corazza, lobbying. Nobody cares. 93 minutes, 40 seconds. Come on. McKennie's going to try and just launch this one long. Come on, you guys. Scramble. I hope it's the ugliest goal ever. Yildiz trying to get up there. They're just going to launch it. Bologna is, but this is a poor clearance and nice touch from Danilo down. Back to Sandro. Keep the pressure going. It's 94 minutes. Come on. We need something. Here's Ealing Jr. walking up the center. Over for Milik. Inside, finding Pogba. Oh, dude, you're asleep at the wheel there, Dushan. You got to get tough, man. Here's Xerxes on the run. Danilo comes in and cleans it up, slows everything down. Back post. Oh. Lapse in coverage as we tried to protect ourselves at the back. 94 minutes, 37 seconds. Rabiot wins it. McKennie gives it up, trying to send him. Bologna now, trying to play this one deep. It's going to go out. It's going to be a goal kick. Perin needs to retrieve this ball immediately. Let's go. Coming down to 2 minutes. Come on, Juve. Come on, Juve. Perin quickly outtailing Junior. Slows it down for Sandro. Sandro to Bremer. Come on, you guys. Push. Let's go. These 5-foot fucking passes. Get up there. Look at Rabiot. Hands up. Looking for somebody. Who's the options? Where are we going? Where are we going? Sandro on it now at the back. You got Pogba there. Let's go. Move this damn thing. Pogba changes directions. Couple step overs. Getting deeper. Oh, cross back post. Where are you guys? Chest it out for a corner kick. I'll take it. But God, why is nobody attacking that? Pogba did incredibly well there. Let's go. Corner kick. This is it. This is the 2-1 goal, baby. Come on, let's go. Find a goal here. Anybody. Illing Jr. is going to have this one in. And I bet you he's going to whip this thing in with some crazy pace. A simple direction towards goal, and this is going to go in. Come on. 96 minutes, 12 seconds. Cross coming in. Whipped in nicely. Oh, headed. Getting to the top of the area. Sandro. Close it down. Again, going to go in the mixer. No, puts it on the ground to Pogba. Oh, Yildiz trying to get pressure in there. Sandro. How is this not a foul, ref? You gotta be shitting me, man. The guy is mauling him. And he still gets around him to get to the ball. You're not gonna call that? That's garbage. Garbage. Think we're staring down the barrel of a 1-1 draw, everybody. Nothing left. This will just see it. Skorupski's going to pump it up the pitch. The ref, in reality, should be given extra time for all the bullshit in the added time. It took 2 minutes for one corner kick from Bologna. There it is, everybody. Stops at 97 minutes, 24 seconds. We have a 1-1 draw, Juve and Bologna. You know, tale of halves, really. If you look at the second compared to the first, and obviously Bologna with the game plan to clamp things down in the second, but the approach and movement, the off-the-ball movement was night and day in the second half to the first half. So regardless of Bologna doing what they wanted to do, which is try and clamp down the second half, we really, really wasted the first half, everybody. It was a really, really piss-poor first half from Juventus. And, yeah, you can't play like that. You really have to be on for games through their entirety. This is not something new for us, okay? This is not something new for us. We have had this struggle in keeping it where it needs to be throughout a match, throughout a game. And the second half, much, much better, okay? Much, much better. But we still have some question marks, and we still got to work on the fluidity in attack. That said, you've got a Vlahovic goal barely canceled out, okay, on a Rabiot offside. You have some opportune moments where guys that you would expect better from are kind of letting you down. Fagioli on that back post, I thought for sure he's smashing this one home. I mean, off foot, sure, but geez, there's some moments and opportunities here and there where we could be better. Our passing was absolute junk in the entire first half. You can't play a first half like that and expect to get the 3 points every time. It's just not the way the game works. You really got to be on for more of it. That said, there are positives out of this one. I would have to say Vlahovic was for the most part strong in this game. I think obviously he had moments where he had mistakes, and was not reading things the way he should. But overall, he was good. Chiesa on the ball, strong and good. But again, even these guys in the first half, not where we needed to be. Not where we needed to be overall. And that's why we're just not going to see the 3 points that we need. Ultimately, also, has to be said, Bologna had some opportunities there that came from lapses at the defense and at the back. And we really need to shore this up, because it's going to remain the same for us. Against Udinese, Juve really had to push to get their goals. Like we were cheating with Cambiaso, and we were allowed to, based on how Udinese was playing. Bologna is our first opponent this game, okay? Bologna was our first opponent this season with some attackers that can cause you some problems in Ndoi or Solini. Xerxes, to be honest, surprised me at how he was playing there and whatnot. But I'll tell you right now, it's just I'm not quite getting. I'm not quite getting at the back why we can't solidify and shore up. But it has to happen, because if they keep dropping coverage all over the place, you know what's going to happen. The cheating in an attack, wanting certain guys to get up there and do these things and add almost an extra forward in Cambiaso and Weah and whatnot, it's going to fade away, because if we just keep losing our marks. We have to shore up there to give the confidence and faith for everybody else to push up. At the back, too, at the last one, we almost gave up on a free break. We still had Illing Jr. at the back, and the 3 center backs still had this crazy lapse where Bremer just went rogue, and nobody cleaned up for him, even though the center backs had protection from the outsides. It was the weirdest thing. Neither Danilo or Sandro was anywhere close to picking up that guy on the free run through. It was wild to me. Absolutely wild. Nonetheless, this isn't the end of the world, okay? But for me, we lost these points in the first half. Second half, again, the attitude, the approach, the movement, the energy. I didn't feel that energy. And the movement off the ball definitely wasn't there in the first half. You got to be sharp. And we got to get things going. You just can't piss away even 20, 25 minutes of games. It's got to be better throughout. Unfortunately, all the points slip away from this one. We managed to preserve a draw. But, yeah, I can't help but feel we kind of shit the bed in that first half, where we could have got all 3 in this one. You wanted to see all 3. Ron Rossitano, absolute legend, gifting 5 memberships. All right, huge, my man, huge. Grande to Ron Rossitano. We will take a look at that. We do have a jersey giveaway that we're going to do on our socials coming up here after. It's not all lost, everybody. It's a draw. It's all right. It's all right, okay? Again, we're going to talk man of the match. If you had to name a man of the match, who would it be for you guys, okay? And I'm going to give you guys the ratings through SofaScore, okay? Perin at 6.6. Danilo was 7.1. Bremer was 6.9. Sandro was 7. Weah at a 7.4. Fagioli at a 7.3. 6.9 for Luca. 6.9 for Rabiot. 6.5 for Cambiaso. Chiesa at 6.5. Vlahovic for 7.1. So right now, the ones that stand out to me, I don't know if I go Bremer. I got Bremer at about a 6.5. He's pushing on a 7 here. We've got Locatelli at a 6.9. I don't think he's pushing 7 here. They all start at 6 for me. He's at like 6, even 6 for Loca in this one from me. Rabiot's at a 6.9, pushing 7. I'd probably go 6.5. There's a lot of 6s, 6.5s. Cambiaso 6.5. Sure, Chiesa at 6.5. Maybe gets a half-point increase for his second half. First half, all these guys suffered tremendously in their ratings. So maybe Chiesa I'd have maybe at an even 6.5. Okay, for second half. I'd probably leave him even at the first half. I don't think he went above, but I don't think he should have been docked anything. Vlahovic at 7.1. Yeah, absolutely. Got the goal, the equalizer. Had one taken away for offside there. But, yeah, it's pretty close. If I had to give somebody the man of the match, I'd probably say, well, he had two. One taken away and whatnot. But for the most part, and especially in the second half, the attitude and the approach was everything I wanted to see out of Vlahovic. I'll say Vlahovic. Illing Jr. with the money cross, equally to tie it up. He was... decent from stepping in. I thought Weah was growing into this one. His first half, again, though, really, really soft. He finished with a 7.4. Had him pushing a 7. Fagioli at 7.3 surprises me because I thought he was poor in the first half and might have subbed him off even at half. But second half, I think he did everything right. But 7.3 is pretty high. I'd probably say he's at like a between 6.5 and 7. But to name a man of the match, I'd probably give it to Vlahovic, myself personally. Siraj saying, would give it to Vlahovic. Alex P coming in with Weah, and I would agree. Weah was good. Rabiot Masterclass not getting sent off. Gave us some close calls. Jeremiah giving the man of the match to Bremer. And I am... tackling his rating there of being close to a 7. But, hey, that's the beauty of this game. We all see things differently, all right? So, hey, it doesn't go the way we want. We're going to tackle this one, dissect it. Look at the next one up, which is Empoli. Sandro does not deserve a 7. I would tend to agree. I would not be giving Sandro a 7 in this game. I think the only one that sniffs a 7 at the back in this one is Danilo, to be honest. The only one even close for me to sniffing a 7 rating. But we're going to tackle this one in depth, and we're going to look, of course, to the next game against Empoli. So, Sweaty, yes, it is, in fact, against Empoli. That is our next one up, and we're going to take a look at... that in preview. We're going to dissect this one a little bit further, talk about moments, talk about what went wrong, what we could have done better, and I'll watch this one again tonight with a clear mind and maybe break things down a little bit better, okay? But, hey, we'll see what happens. Miretti, maybe we pump the brakes on any decisions made on Miretti. He might be way more key than we actually expect or give credit for. We'll tackle that main one tomorrow, all right? Thank you all for joining on the watch along, all right? I'm sorry we couldn't see the 1-1, saw a 1-1 victory, couldn't get the 3 points, all right? But it is time for family time. I got little Lenny with me here, and we are going to go have some fun, play outside and whatnot, and forget about this draw. Hopefully the next one is a victory. Till next time, again, thank you all for the support. Drop a like. And subscribe, all right? As always, no matter what, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Things are slowed down. We'll come back and get the W the next time. Ciao tutti.